Hey, hello everyone. Hello everyone. Good evening. How are you all? Good evening, everyone. My name is Afreen Mam and I welcome you all to today's topic or today's session. So, today's topic of discussion is operational aspects of loan. So we are going to discuss some topics related to this theory session. So this is not a complete chapter. As you all know, this is a short overview of the chapter, because if you want to have a complete detail of the video, you can just join the paid sessions which are going on the Oliveboard app. Okay, so let's start discussing this chapter, and let's start with the very basic thing, with the very first thing, that is CRILIC. It is an important topic, CRILIC. So the first full form, you have to remember the full form: the Central Repository of Information on Large Credits. This is a centralized database. This is what? This is a centralized database that is maintained by Reserve Bank of India to capture, store, monitor credit informations on the large borrower. So if there is any large borrower which actually have a very large loans taken from the bank, so for capturing, for storing, and for processing the data of the large information or the large borrowers, there is Central Repository of Information on Large Credit. This is the centralized database for this. Okay, second, CRILIC. If this CRILIC want, it covers the information of those borrowers which have the exposure of 5 crore and above across all banks in India. Means if you have taken the loans, the aggregate amount of the loan is 5 crore and above from every bank. For example, you have taken loan from 3 or 4 banks and your aggregate amount is 5 crore and above, you are in the category of the large borrower. And then to store, to process, and to capture your data, there is a centralized database which is known as CRILIC. Banks are required to submit data on their exposure to large borrowers to CRILIC on a regular basis. It can be typically monthly or quarterly. Okay. Now, loan beyond 500 million, these are classified as a red flagged account or fraud reported on this CRILIC data platform. These are the account where the borrowers has shown the sign of financial stress or distress. The criteria of red flagging can include overdue payment, deterioration in credit worthiness, and other potential default. So there is one category which is known as the red flag account. What are red flag account? The loan amount, if it is beyond 500 million, then it is RFA, means red flagged amount, and it is exposed to risk, obviously. Now, this can be a sign of the red flag if the borrower has shown some discrepancies in the, you can say, credit worthiness, or if there is any overdue payment, then there is the red flag that is shown. And in this, the data are critically captured and monitored by the CRILIC. Okay, so there are large borrowers and there are some red flag account also. Okay, now next, if we talk about the CERSI, the full form is Central Registry of Securitization Asset Reconstruction and Security of Interest Act. Okay, so it is a government company which is actually operating a registration system for securitization of asset reconstruction and security interest transaction under the SARFAESI. Now, CERSI, 51% of the holdings are from the central government. In this, if we talk about the central government holdings, 51% of the holdings in CERSI is from the central government and the selected public sector bank. Now, what is securitization, for which there is CERSI? So, securitization and asset reconstruction, these are the two most important objectives of the CERSI. First of all, what is securitization? It is actually pooling together the assets, pulling together a large number of the financial assets in order to what? In order to convert them into a tradable securities. So if your large financial instruments, like you can say loans, or like you can say some mortgage, these are pooled together and now this can be treated as a tradable security, then this is known as securitization. Now, reconstruction is acquiring a non-performing asset or distress asset from bank and financial asset or financial institution, so that they can focus on their main functioning. And now the company is actually what the company is actually taking measures to recover this non-performing asset. This is known as asset reconstruction. So there are different asset reconstruction and securitization. These are the two most important things for which the SEBI is a government authority that is doing thing. Okay, now in SEBI 51% holding is by the central government and the selected public sector banks. Okay, now next, if we are talking about the procedures that involve in the handling of loans, what are these procedures? First of all, receipts of loan application. First procedure is, first a bank actually receive the loan application. Second, now the bank assess the credit worthiness of the customer. Third, they can sanction the loan. Fourth, now they can disperse the loan. And fifth, they monitor and supervise the loan. So this is the step, or these are the steps which are involved in the loan thing. First of all, there is a loan request. Then there is the uh, uh, assessment of the credit worthiness of the customer. Third, the loan can be sanctioned. If the loan is sanctioned, then there is a disbursement, and lastly, there is a monitoring and supervision of the same. Clear? Okay. Next. Next, if we're talking about the loans. So from all the loans, there are different type of loans like vehicles loan and gold loans and various type of loan, but we are going to discuss only one in this YouTube session, and that is the education loan. Now what are the education loan? First of all, the students can be Indian national, they can be NRI also. For person of Indian origin or overseas Indian who actually born abroad, okay, now they are now studying in India. After repartition of their parents, loan can be considered for studies in India only. Okay, so this can be, the loan can be dispersed to Indians also, NRIs also, and person of Indian origin also who are shifted to India for their studies, or their parents has been shifted to India and now they are living in India, and now the loan can be dispersed to them for the education in India. It is proposed to classify the education loan into three categories. Now, the education loan are actually classified into three categories if we're talking about. First, the loan to students that is admitted to the top rated universities or institutions. Like there are IITs and IIMs, these are the top rated institutions. First of all, the loan can be given to them very easily. Second, the loan that is given or admitted to the domestic institution. Now loans which are given to the students who are admitted to the different domestic institution. Lastly, loan to the students who want to study abroad. So first, there are top notch universities student who are applying for the loan. Second, the loan which were applied by all the domestic institutions. And third, if they want to study abroad. These are the three categories of the education loan. Okay, next. If we talk about the margins, so no margins is required if the loan amount is up to 4 lakh. But if the loan amount, education loan amount is 4 lakh and above and up to 7.5, the margin can be 5%. And if this is for abroad, then it is 15%. Now, if you are taking loan which is more than 4 lakh but less than 7.5 lakh, 15% margin is kept for abroad and 5% for domestic. Now, bank can decide their own margin if the loan amount is above 7.5 lakh. A scholarship and assistance, this can be included in the margin. Margin can be brought in 1 or year basis, means this margin which the parents have to give from their side, this can be given from year on year basis, means according to the schedule. For example, first year fees, second year fees, and third year fees, or while disbursements are made. No security can be insisted on the loan if the loan amount is 4 lakh. However, the parents and guardians can be a joint borrower. If the loan is above 4 lakh and 7.5 lakh, they can include a third party guarantee also. Now, the third party guarantee, this condition can be dispersed by the bank if the bank is satisfied with the financial condition of the parents. So, if the loan has the amount of 4 to 7.5 lakh and above, the bank can demand for a third party guarantee other than the bank, other than parents also. Now bank can remove this clause also if they are well satisfied with the credit worthiness of their parents. Okay, now in case the loan is for the purchase of the computer, then the computer is kept hypothecated to the bank. Repayment or moratorium period for this education loan is 1 year. Moratorium period means in which you don't have to pay any EMI or interest. Okay, so moratorium period is whatever your course time. For example, you have 3 years of the course time plus 1 year more. So in this 4 year, you don't have to give any EMI, you don't have to give any interest to the bank. Repayment of the loan will be equitated monthly installment for a period of 15 years for all categories, and no processing and upfront charges that can be charged if the loan amount is up to 7.5 lakh. And if the amount is more than 7.5 lakh, the bank can decide their processing fees or charges. Okay, so these are the education loan. This is the short overview of the chapter which I have given to you, not the full detail. Now, if you want to complete learn the chapter, and if you want to complete detail learn the chapter in detail, you can follow the courses that are coming on Oliveboard app. There is a new batch which is Crash plus Crackers batch. This is coming from the 3rd of September, in which I am teaching you PPP and IEIFS in English medium batch. So you can purchase this batch on the Oliveboard app. Now, if you are going to purchase the subscription of JAIIB and CAP category, there is currently 48% off that is running currently. You can use the code exam and you can get the 48% off in this. Okay, so thank you so much. I hope that you have all enjoyed this session. Just please keep on liking and sharing the session. And if you haven't subscribed this channel yet, guys, please subscribe the channel and press the bell notification icon. Thank you so much, guys. Take care, everyone. Bye bye, guys. Take care. Bye, everyone.